Welcome to the Nightly 5 podcast with Ben O'Shea.
All right, the key elements for a successful sled team are a steady driver and 3 strong runners to push off down the ice. Ice! Ice!
Then it's kind of a winter sport, you know.
You mean winter as in ice?
Baby?
You mean winter as in igloos and Eskimos and penguins and ice?
Possibly.
See you.
Uncool Runnings, what a classic movie. Well, a man in Perth was such a big fan of the film, it inspired him to dress up as one of the Jamaican bobsled team at a primary school P&C fundraiser, complete with blackface makeup. Here to unpack this incredibly stupid decision is education reporter Beth Hyatt. Okay, Beth, what exactly happened here?
Well, as I understand it, this North Woodvale Primary School held a fundraiser Saturday a week ago, and the theme was wear your favourite 90s outfit. So this man decided to come as someone from the film, Uncool Runnings, and he made a full effort. He wore the full bodysuit and the blackface. Unfortunately, that upset a few people on the night.
Understandably.
And the school had nothing to do with it, but they were forced to make some sort of apology. As you would have seen, the committee for the night came out and apologised and said this was incredibly naive of us. We didn't understand the complex history of blackface.
I am amazed, firstly, that anybody would actually, with a straight face, say that they don't understand. I think it's pretty established by now that the history of blackface is not so complex. It's just, inappropriate, I think, is the most diplomatic word I could use to describe it. And it wasn't just that this fellow has rocked up in blackface. He was also given the award for Best Dressed.
I think that's the other thing that upset people, that they couldn't understand that this would be seen as something to celebrate. So yes, he was named Best Dressed Male on the night for his costume.
Wow. P&C committees sometimes can be a bit of a law unto themselves. So what has the WA Education Department had to say about all of this?
The Director General actually came out quite strongly. They said the department took its responsibility very seriously to be an inclusive organisation for everyone. And Lisa Rogers, she's the Chief Executive, she said this is both disappointing and unacceptable. She did make the point it was an after-hours off-site parent event and there were no staff there, but she noted that it clearly did not reflect on the school's culture and values or that of the community. And she also said that as soon as the matter was brought to the attention of the principal, he immediately contacted the president of the P&C Association to raise his concerns and express his disappointment.
Yeah, rightly so. I think maybe some sensitivity training might be needed for the members of the P&C at that Woodvale Primary School. It must be something in the water over there in WA, because I remember a few years ago there was a book week and a kid went along in blackface as the West Coast Eagles player Nick Natanui. Do you remember that?
I do. I wrote about it at the time in 2016. Yes, his mother she noted on Facebook she was very proud that he also won a prize in the Book Week parade for the costume.
Yeah, just don't. Education reporter Beth Hyatt, thanks so much for sharing this story on the Nightly 5.
You're welcome.